welcome to a new video series called ATS Modding 101 from what I know. This video series will help you begin your journeys and modding for American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator. This series I'm just focusing on American Truck Simulator because that's the game I mod. So let's get started on what you need. So you're going to need to come over to the ATS Modding wiki, which is modding.scssoft.com, and then you're going to need to navigate from the home page to tools. So click on tools, and then you want to get the game extractor, blender tools, conversion tools, and that will be it. So click game extractor download, click the here button. Now, I already have all this stuff, so I'm not going to download it, but I will show you how to install the tools, for the blender tools, that is. Now, once you have the game extractor, game archive extractor downloaded, you want to go ahead and go to the SCS blender tools, click download, and the latest under the latest release is the one you always want to get. Now, if you're using a older version of Blender, then you want to go to the other links. So if you're using 2.78 for some reason, you want to use 1.9, version 1.9 of the Blender tools, but you should always be using the latest release, which is for Blender version 2.79. Now, I'll show you how to get to that if you're just installing Blender for the first time, how to downgrade in Steam. Okay, so you click here, and then, you know, I have no internet access whatsoever, so that's that. Let me fix that. Oh, now you work. Okay. So you click that, and then it's going to ask me where I want to save it. Now, I'm not going to resave this, as I already, well, I'll go ahead and resave it. Now, as that's finished up, you want to go ahead and download the conversion tools. You want to download this one, link version 2.9. Now, if I come over here, you see I have conversion tools 2_9. That is the latest one for ATS and ETS 2 1.36. And you want to go ahead and get converter picks, but we'll jump into that one here in a minute. Okay, so now that you have these installed or downloaded, more or less, you want to go ahead and open up your Blender tools. To open this up, you're going to need some sort of archive extractor. The SCS archive extractor will not extract this. The SCS archive extractor is only for game extraction files, for extracting game files. So this, you can, technically you don't need to open this up. You can install it just as a zip folder. So let's skip that. We're gonna go to Steam, and we're gonna type in on the store page in the search bar Blender. Blender is a completely free to use program. Okay, it should be the first one you see. Now, instead of instead of having this box here, you're gonna have this here only. So it's gonna be free, or free, whatever. You're gonna click that, and it's gonna start a download. For me, it's opening Blender because I already have it downloaded. Okay, now you're going to navigate to your library. Now I'm using the Steam beta, but most of this should be the same still for you. And you want to find your Blender. Mine so happens to be here. You see how it says 2.79A. and some brackets. That's because I'm using a older version. Most recent version of Blender is 2.81a. So you want to right click on, left click, and then right click on Blender. Properties, betas, click the tab, and there's going to be a 2.79a, and then none. There used to be a whole bunch of them down here, but they've cleaned it up, and I might have to start using, if they get rid of the 2.79a, I'm going to have to start using a hard drive copy, which basically entails me going to the blender.org website and downloading it from their website. Now, if you don't want to use the same version, we can go ahead and go to the blender.org site. So it's blender.org. Navigate to the download page. Now, scroll down, I believe, and click on previous versions, and then you have all the things you need here. So they got 2.9 B, 2.79B, and then the very last 2.79 when I you can see. So you can get those, and then you can leave the web page, and once you get Blender installed, you can either click your icon on the desktop if you have the hard copy or the Steam copy, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to be launching it in the Steam library. So hit launch. You're gonna have this, but you're not gonna have any recents. This is from my modding stuff. So just click off of that, and you're gonna start up at the cube. Okay. Now I'm moving this with holding the middle mouse button. So if you're not on a desktop or have a wired or wireless mouse that you can have scroll wheel on, left click and right click buttons on, then you might want to go in and get one. So scroll wheel up is zoom in, and scroll wheel out is zoom out. So scroll wheel up is zoom in, scroll wheel down is zoom out. Scroll wheel in, so click in on it, push down on it, then you get this rotation of a center axis. Now if you want a better, smoother camera and you want to reposition it somewhere, okay, hit the shift key and hit F. Now you have what is known as a free cam. So you can reposition this. You hit right click and it will cancel that and go back to where it was. If you hit left click, say we want that. Left click to confirm. Now to go up and down is E and Q. Q is down, E is up. So say you want to move this. Well, you can easily just hit G and move it anywhere. Or you can click on these arrows and move it wherever you want it. And undo is just simply Control Z. Okay, so now let's get into the meat of it. Go to File, User Preferences, and go to Navigate to the Add-ons tab, and then you see where it says install add-on from file. Click this, and then navigate to where you have yours downloaded. I have mine on Modding and Games, Drive D, in the Downloads folder. Now, here's the fun part. Just click that, install add-on file, and it will automatically add it to your Blender. Now, once it's done, type in SES, and this import tool and export tool will show up gray. Just simply give that a check mark, and then you're going to see this pop up. Let me do that again. You'll see this pop up, and it's going to install itself and load all the prerequisites and libraries. Now we can save user settings, close. Now let's show you some tools real quick. So you got object specials, which is categories and all that. Then you have materials, shader presets. So this is all SES presets right here. Say you want truck paint. Well, you can easily put truck paint on this. It's gonna be a black square, but if you give it a UV, then apply that UV, and then give it a texture, and somebody's messaging me. Okay, we're just gonna do something random, and then hit add. You now have truck paint on something. Now some stuff looks chrome, but that's just the way it's going to look. But you actually want to make something chrome, you use dispec add envy or dispec add envy no fronzel or frenzel. And if you want to do ambient occlusion bake, AO bake, you use dispec multi diff spec add envy, and now you have your texture bake file, and then your chrome file right here. But we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on let's focus on setting stuff up. So to get a UV map to show up, let's just throw something in here. To make a UV map, you want to right click on the object, hit tab, hit U, and then you'll have the UV mapping right here. So for this instance, let's just do smart UV map. Okay. Now if we navigate down here to where it says current editor type for this area, it's a timeline. It's a timeline. Now if I click on that, click on UV editor, I can see the UVs for this, so I can map it to certain things if I want certain things to show up on this. But I don't, so let's go ahead and delete this. Hit the delete key and vertices. Now let's say you want to import a let's see, what would you want to import? Let's just start off with making a add-on to a truck that already has a node for it. So let's say you want to add horns to something. Horns, pretty easy, right? So go and find your OBJ or whatever. So the way it works is you go to File, Import, and you have a default file, which is DAE, DAE. You have an ABC file. You have a 3ds file, FBX file, a BVH file, PLY file, and you have OBJ. You'll be using a lot of OBJ and a lot of SVGs if you want to do certain pictures and whatnot. So we're just going to do OBJ. We're just going to add horns to something, which should be very, very easy. So we're going to go to my drive where everything is put. We're going to do give me a minute. Desktop backup, sorted folders. Models and parts, OBJs. Not what I need. I need horns. Where is my horns? Train horns. Well, I already had train horns on the truck, so why don't we look at trying to why don't we minimize this real quick and go to that drive and see what we got on this drive. So desktop, backup and all that, sorted folders, models and parts, and then it's not in, no it's not, okay. And then go to parts, folders, no, okay, let's go to OBJs. Look in here. Now let's look at the 3D files. I should have like some horns in here. I have no idea what this is. I think this is like train horn or something. Oh Lord, did I lose my horns that I was gonna put on this truck? Why don't we come back when I have found what I am looking for? So I will be right back. I'm gonna pause the recording and find what I need. Alright, and we are back. Okay. So now I have my item that I'm going to be adding to the side of the truck. Now, we're going to go back to Blender, we're going to go to folders, we're going to go to air horns and click on air horn 1. Import OBJ. Now this is going to be obviously the wrong size. So to make it the correct size, so it doesn't, so it's not the entire size of the truck, I'm going to hit S. Oh, sorry about that. Hit. Hello. Okay. Some funky stuff's going on here. Shift space to go full screen. Hit T to go to that sidebar. I think that's for back face calling. 1 second. Is it? It is. So technically this can get -- 'cause, 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 ' There we go. I was working. Yeah, she's working like it should be. Was selecting the plane, which I did not delete correctly. Okay. So now you want to scale those. I'm gonna scale it to about like that. And I'm gonna scale it on the y-axis to make it shorter. Now I am also going to smart UV this and smart UV this. Now I am going to make a new file down there, make it new, and type in whatever you want the file to be called. I'm going to do horn1_AO, and then we're just going to make this 4096 by 4096. I'm going to click new, put in horn1_AO, and then we're going to scroll down, and then we're going to do that one. Dispec, multi-dispec, add envy. Okay. Now we're going to scroll down and assign our UV mapping. And here's the fun part. Now you got to go back to this right here. Now this is all going to be red for you. So to get to the point of exporting with Blender, you're going to need your project path. You're going to need all of these, all of those. I'm going to need your inversion tools location, and then if you scroll down, you'll see this. So we are going to do this. We are going to set up our project path. So we're going to go here to our hard drive that we have everything on. We're going to do done mods, because this is going to be a done mod. We're going to put horn test 1. We're going to open that folder up. I'm going to make a new folder. Call this vehicle. Go into that one, make a new one, call that one truck, make a new one. Actually, let me double check this, because I haven't made a whole file structure from beginning in a little while. So work in progress mods, vehicle, truck. Yep, okay. Okay, so we're gonna do truck, and then we're gonna go and rename this to upgrade. And then inside that, we're going to make a new folder called horn. Now this is just for what I am doing, and you can rename this whatever you want it to be. So you can name it horn, you can name it TV, you can name it light, you can name it whatever you want it to be called. Now, I'm going to name that actually horn 1. And then now we're going to go into it, going to make a new folder, and we're going to name that folder textures. Okay. Now, we're going to set our project path to this. We're going to go to our drive. We're going to go desktop backup, sorted folders, done mods, horn, test 1. Select project path. Now that's not going to be red anymore. That's going to be correct. These are still going to be red. So, if you have this extract to your desktop, the conversion tools, you should just be able to do this. Click desktop, conversion tools, accept. Now, for the rest of it, it is pretty simple. All you need to do is extract the game files. So if I go to here, you'll see SCS base. And I have the entire game right here. Literally everything for the game right here. So if I wanted to make changes, say to how the game's economy worked, I could do that. I could basically change a lot of things with the game by just using the game base files. But that's not what we're here for. So you see how there's this SCS extractor.exe. So you're going to take this. Okay, let me show you where to get this first. So mine is modding in games, drive, Steam library, Steam apps, common, American truck, and this is everything. Literally everything. You're gonna have your DLC maps in here, you're gonna have your DLC parts, you're gonna have your trucks, all that. So you're gonna need to take your base.scs, and your def.scs. Copy those. Copy. Make a new folder somewhere for them. Name it whatever you want. I just named it SCS base. And then paste. Now the base is the one that takes the longest, so you just want to click on it once, and then click and hold and drag it onto the SCS extractor. Once this is done, a command prompt will close, and then I can show you this one. So this one won't take as long. So I'm just dropping here. It's going to open a command prompt. It's going to extract everything. So I'm just going to let this actually do its thing. And while it does its thing, I'm just going to sit back. Alright, it's done. And no, that was not sped up. Literally, as soon as I clicked mute, it was done. Alright. Now we can set this stuff up. So, go back to Blender. I still have my part in here waiting to be used. So, we do this. see where this says SCS base def world trigger action underscore action. You're going to follow from def to these locations. So def world trigger underscore action, def world signs.sii, def world semaphore underscore profiles.sii, def world traffic underscore rules.sii, and then you're going to do unit hookup, and then material.db. Now once all this is done, you'll be able to do everything that you need to do to export. Now let's focus on getting this textured. Where's it at? There it is. Let's focus on getting this thing textured. So we already did the UV mapping, and we made a new texture file. So we're going to go to this camera. We're going to scroll down. I'm going to click on this bake. Then we're going to click here, ambient inclusion. And then we're going to normalize it. And then we're going to click bake. Now it's going to start baking. I'm going to stop that, hit this camera, and it will no longer pick up anything that is making the AO bake look like this. So now it should be relatively clean. So we hit bake, there we go. Neat little trick right there. Hit tab and you can see it start showing up. Now you can see it's a little speckly. So we're going to redo this AO bake. We're going to drop this margin down to 2. We're going to go to the world. We're going to do environment lighting. Where is this? Ambient inclusion, I forget. I always do ambient inclusion anyways. And then fall off. 2.3. Higher the samples, better the bake. So I'm doing 15. And then bake. Now it will take longer depending on your system. See, now it's going a little bit slower. Now I'm going to speed this process up so it is done in a reasonable amount of time. So here we go. Alright, so now that AO bake is done, we're going to image, save as image, click the PNG, and then we're going to click target. Now we are going to redirect this picture to our location that we are saving it to. So ours is Modding in Games Drive D. Desktop backup, sorted folders, done mods, horn test 1, vehicle, truck, upgrade, horn 1 textures, and click save as image. Now we're going to hit tab, nope, so we're going to click on this one with left click, and we're just going to switch those around, and then now we can hit tab and see that our UV is very, very close to horn 1 AO, but not quite. No cigar, but close. So, I'm going to make sure this UV mapping is correct. I'm going to do it again. Hit new. I'm going to do horn 2 underscore AO. And we're just going to hit bake. And this should be done in a matter of no time. Okay, and we're just about done. Okay, 97. Come on, where's that 98 at? 98, 99. Come on, 99. All right, 99 and 100. Okay, and we're done. And we're done. Okay, now we're gonna hit save as image, save and save type image. Save as image type, and it's going to be target. Everything with SCS stuff is target now. So we're going to save as image. We're going to go here. We're going to make a new. We're going to reuse this one, which is set as what we need. So we're going to reformat this one to be port 2. Now, if you're, let's say, doing this from the start, then you're going, like, putting in the truck from start. We're going to do that later on in a later episode. That's going to be a multi-part episode for a different series. So, right now we are focusing on the basics of adding a part to a truck that already has a node for the part. So we're going to, this part is trivial to get some stuff working. So, gonna need material and unit. Gonna copy those. Hit Control C to copy them, and we're just going to navigate to where we have our stuff at, and we're just going to paste it right here. We're going to let that complete. It shouldn't take too long, which is always the best part about it. If it doesn't take so long, then it's always the best part. Sorry about that. I am connecting my tablet to my computer. Okay. Okay, and with that being done, we now have our material, our unit, and our vehicle files. Folders, yeah, not files, but folders. For what we need. So now we can see that automatically corrects itself, and then you'll get this. Texture can't be displayed as TOBJ file is, you know, it gives the TOBJ referencing a non-existing file. So try and fix that. We need to go ahead and delete these. Kind of forgot how to do this step, but we'll work through it together, won't we? Yes, we will. Okay. We're gonna do a little something, little like this. We're gonna take this, we're gonna drag it onto there, and we're gonna convert it. Gonna go ahead and delete these. I don't need those. And convert. Ah, come on. Don't be that way. Oh, wait. It's an extractor. Okay. So you're gonna need converter pics, like I was saying. So type into Google converter pics. I'll leave a another video description on here and on YouTube. So I'm uploading this to Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're watching this, there will be a link in the video description. So this one right here, And then clone or download, you want to download a zip, and then extract that to your desktop. Now, open up converted pics bin, and then it has Linux, Mac OS, and Windows x86. We're going to use Windows since we are on a Windows 10 system. Drag and drop that onto converted pics, and this will pop up and it will start converting. You'll get the name of the file _exp for export. Now this is going to take some time, so I am going to mute, and we are going to fast forward. Alrighty, sorry about that slight delay. We are back. I need to check my hard drive space. Woo! We're getting low on the hard drive space. So I'm gonna cut it off here, and then we're gonna continue again once I transfer this video data onto my other drive. Alrighty, so we're recording onto the new hard drive now. So to make sure that this is actually recording on that hard drive, we will take a look at it now. Videos, and there it is. Okay. So now that we have that converted, we can now close this and that, and we can open this back up. And go back to this, and then we can go to right here. We need material, and we need unit, but we only need material right now. Unit is for like lights and all that, so we don't need that. We're gonna copy that material. We're going to go to desktop, backup, sorted folders, done mods, and then we're just going to paste that. Alrighty, now that's done. We can try and see if this works now. Boom, boom, there we go. Now we're working. Now we're working with the 136 data files. Okay. Gotta click that to make the TOBJ file. And go here, textures, and then it's this one. Boom, boom, boom. And now we can do this. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. Okay, so getting this done and done and done. Here we go. You're gonna need a Chrome file, so you can make that yourself by just making a gray background like that. I'm gonna save that as Chrome EGA. We're gonna save that to the desktop. Yes, I will replace that. I'm gonna take this, drop it in the vehicle, drop that in the truck, drop that in upgrade, drop that into horn 1, and we're gonna move that into textures. Now, basically do the exact same thing. Go to textures, select Chrome, and hit that button right there to make the TOBJ file. Now navigate once again, add that, and now if we go and hide that, and then that's correct. And then if we make that white and that white, then make that inner one white as well. There we go. We now have our horn done. So you can add this to any vehicle you want this to be put on. I'm going to put it on my 379 as a side accessory. So this is just for demonstration purposes only. It's not going to be an actual accessory on my truck. Yes, this horn will be an accessory on my truck later on, once I get into more of the technical part of that truck update. But in this update, I'm focusing on other things, but this is just for demonstration purposes only for this series. We are going to hit T. We are going to hit SCS tools down here. We are going to make sure we are selected on one of those. Then we're going to hit this right there. Then we're going to do horn 1 test. I'm going to just drag those into there. And then we're going to do this. We're going to scroll down. We're going to select our mod path. We're going to select our mod name. We're going to name this horn test 1. Auto clean on, no archive, pack mod. And now it is exporting the mod, and it should be done very soon. With no warning, with no errors, hopefully. Okay, so it is exporting. So how this is going to work is I'm going to edit this. So I'm going to record on Saturday and edit on Saturday and push this either Sunday or Monday. I'm probably going to end up editing this tomorrow and pushing it Monday as like a premiere video. I have not decided yet, but by the time this comes out, you guys will already have seen it, and what I'm saying will be null, which means not needed. You know, ignore. Now, we are exporting like everything, so it's going to take it a minute. Okay, so it exported with no errors, which is a good thing, or warnings. Once this stops spinning in circles and thinking, we will know that it is done, and we will get a pop-up up here saying it has been saved. There we go. Packing done, mod copied to our mod folder. Now we can do this. We can go to mod, and we should be able to see it here. Mod horn test 1. Auto match and everything. So we're going to do that. Hit X to cut it. We're going to do this, 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 and then we're just going to paste it there. Now we're going to make a new folder. We're going to name that folder def vehicle truck Peter built 379. And we're going to make a new folder. We're going to name this folder accessory. 1 second. I actually want to do something real quick. Paste that into there. Now, since I'm just going to make this a train horn add-on for testing, train underscore horn. And now we can open this in a new window. And navigate to our train horn folder. Train horns, okay. I'm gonna copy that, I'm gonna paste that there, and I'm gonna add an S to this. I'm gonna name this from shape 1 to shape 2. Same thing in here, from shape 1 to shape 2. We're gonna do test horn, vehicle truck upgrade horns. Instead of this, we're going to do, what do I name this? Air horn test, or air horn 1 test. Horn 1 test. Horn 1 test. We hit Control S to save. And then we're going to double check our file. We're going to go here, here, vehicle, truck, upgrade, horn 1. So we need to go into here, go from horns to horn 1. Control S. And then now we can load up the game. Alrighty. Give it just a second. We are in the game. It just doesn't want to capture. So we're going to turn on get the game capture. And then we're going to set this for American truck. Just like so. So I can turn that off and you can see nothing, or I can turn it on and you can see the game. So we're going to go here, horn test 1, where I got the truck in, which we do, because I always run that thing. I'm going to confirm the changes, we're going to continue game, and then we are going to go into the vehicle browser for trucks. Vehicle truck browser. To my truck here. And you got the train horns there, and you get your test horn. There we go. Well, there's the horn. It's very, very small, and it's pink. Pink because it is trying to load a texture that it can't find. Change paddle image. So it's mip mapping. So to fix that with mip mapping, all we need to do is go horn 1, textures, Chrome DDS, and change this from 800 by 600 to a respectable 4K. So 4096 by 4096. Hit OK. Control S to save, yes. And then now it's a 4K texture, and this will be fixed. But you're going to have to reload from profiles. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to go vehicle browser, truck browser, back to the truck, and test horn. There we go. Now if you want to actually line that up and make it bigger, you can, which we will do that. We're going to do this proper. So we're going to go to the profiles, going to turn that off, game capture off. Gonna close American Truck real quick and try and figure out why my display capture will not work. Yay, isn't that lovely? Okay, I'll just make a new one real quick. So display capture, add source, add new source instead, add source. Okay, and it still didn't work. Okay, so we're just gonna do this a different way. We're gonna game capture Blender. Okay, so now you can see Blender. So it said it was small, which I agree. It is very small. So we're gonna scale that on the Y just a bit, and then we're just gonna scale it up, and we're gonna move it forward. And we're going to rotate this on the y-axis by -90. Then we're going to lift it up and scoot it over a good bit. Then scoot it forward some. And then we're just going to completely re-export this. But before we do that, to make it a better export, which means faster, we're going to go back to here, horn 1, no, horn test 1, material. We don't need all of this. All we need is these that I'm not going to delete. So all we need is environment. There we go. Free up some space real quick. And you're fixing to find out how much faster that actually made the exporting process. So we're going to change this from horn test 1 to horn test 2. And we're going to hit that pack mod button. And then it should pack up a lot faster now. Sorry about the notifications. Boom, and done. Now we go here, train horns, and then we click mod, and all we need is these. So we're just going to copy these. We're going to put it into horn test 1 right here, and we're just going to replace those. We're going to load up American Truck Simulator. Matter of fact, I'm going to get another game capture going over here. Yeah, let's get another game capture going. And we're gonna load up American Truck Simulator real quick. There we go. Gonna alt tab back into American Truck. We're going to continue the game. All right. So we are in. Gotta go here, here, and then here. Gonna select our horn. Now, that's a little bit more reasonable. Now, it's not, you know, actually sitting there. It's still a bit small, but you can always fix that by continually to scale it. Now, this is just a tutorial, so that is how to add and install Blender tools to your computer, and how to add an accessory to a node that is already accessible. So it's very easy, not super hard. That's gonna be it for this. I got a lot of video to trim, speed up, basically edit. Got a lot of stuff to edit, so I'm gonna cut it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Joslin Gaming out.